Hey, what's going on? This is Dalton at Dalton95 coming with another video. Today we're taking a look at, well, how do I say this other than earlier this week we took a look at a figure from Hasbro that feels like an official figure that feels like a KO, and now we're talking about a KO that feels better than the official, at least in some ways. This is the MD-005A Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, for lack of a better name. The sticker on here is from Toy Hacks. I applied it myself. It is not on this figure when it comes out of the package, so please don't worry about that. And I got this one over the was it ADS or ABS or AB, whatever the other one was, solely because this is the closest we've seen to the original Shattered Glass Deco, other than, I believe, Flame Toys. It is that much darker shade of purple, the more muted shade of blue on the lower legs. You get actual black for the biceps, waist, section, thighs, and the grill and striping. You also get the darker orange windows. I believe the original was a little bit more yellow than this, but I can't quite remember. And the hits of green on the lower feet, some gold all over, a little bit of silver painted in there. And of course, with this line of KO figures, do have the chrome exhaust pipes and then a few other bits of chrome elsewhere. But we'll compare this to the official Hasbro release just to show some of the things that they've changed. So, speaking of official figures, here's the official Shattered Glass Optimus Prime that came out back in Earthrise. And yeah, this is the color scheme that we've been seeing through most official means, or even other Shattered Glass third-party figures for the longest time, based on the MP10 color scheme. This is the superior Shattered Glass Deco. It's more muted, more, I guess, sinister looking, and just looks better overall. Now, this figure does not come with a trailer. It does come with some alternate heads, and of course, you get the standard Optimus Prime blaster, which if we compare it to the official here, get him out of the way. So this is the knockoff version, and here's the official. Or maybe I've got it backwards, hang on. Okay, so yeah, this is the KO, this is the official. So it is a brighter, more metallic shade compared to the Hasbro release. And then we'll take a look at these side by side now. Hang on a second. So you can see here, you have the official, Hasbro release versus this. It does have the Toy Hacks stickers for the windows. That's all I've added to this. I do have the Tri-Studio head, which I have removed, and just to swap with the original head for this video. So you can see what it'll look like with one of the other accessories this comes with. But you can see, for the face, they've added the cracked mouth blade, of course, the cracked windshield, and they both have their own matrix of leadership. So, then just to compare with the other Shattered Glass release. Now this one is purple around the housing with the gold gem. I do like the gold housing with the red gem a little bit better on this one. I believe it's more based on the Dead Matrix, though. I don't have the Nemesis Prime variant of this, so I don't know for sure. But that is that for the robot mode. So nothing real major here. It is a more matte plastic compared to the semi-gloss feel of the Hasbro release. But if we turn this around, you can see those screw holes are no longer visible. And there's some other changes in vehicle mode that we can compare. Of course, like I said, the exhaust pipes are now in chrome. It does have these little slots here on the forearms. I believe that's for the Starscream upgrade if you get the full version of the G1 Prime colors. Now, as far as other accessories go, we've got the two versions of the axe, this one being more like rigid plastic compared to the rubberized, which is warped or malformed on my copy. So that's that, and the more solid version here, which has a rounded out port. You still got that right there to store in the trailer. You get these plastic effect pieces, which are also that same more rigid plastic compared to the rubberized Hasbro release. And these still fit on the blaster, just like that. And you get a few extra little things here, such as a Season 1 inspired helmet or head. The antenna on mine are a little weird. I don't know what's going on with that, but they're kind of both leaning the same direction. But you have then again, more rounded Season 1 head, which just swap them out. It's just as easy as popping off the ball joint and popping the new one right on. So you can have that, which it's okay. I don't really like it much for shattered glass. You get a battle damaged one based on MP-44, which is that more Season 2 style head, or Final Battle Optimus Prime, which looks really good for shattered glass. So if you want to have them like that, I might do that more for Nemesis Prime. It has those longer antenna. Take that off. And, with that, you also get this piece, which is a piece of battle damage. Again, more pulled from the MP-44 release, but it just uses this little slot right here, which I can't remember if this Optimus... Okay, so the 86 Hasbro release does not have that little notch. So that's another thing that was added to this copy. So it's not one for one. So just plug that in, and it fairly blends in, especially with this blown out piece here. I usually have them displayed with this, but again, it's purely optional. I'll take that off. And my favorite head that he comes with being just a straight up Season 2 / movie head with the cracked mouth plate painted on. And it is more similar to the Achai Studio head. It is a little bit more rounded on the mouth plate. But of course, you got the red eyes, the gold crest, the silver mouth plate. So, usually the head I have displayed on mine. It just looks better overall. And for the weapons, of course, we'll flip the hand in, close that up. Fits right into place there. So you can have his battle axe. We'll give him his blaster here, and it fits in his hand a lot better than the one that comes with the official figure, because this one just constantly flailing all over the place. The pipes are, I guess it's about the same tolerance, so yeah, never mind. Now, as far as articulation, it's still got the ball jointed head, although this one doesn't get as much range. You get 360 at the shoulder, all the way out. Bicep swivel, 90 at the elbow. Of course, wrist swivel is fairly tight. You get the first and secondary fingers all pinned in on the middle through the pinky. Index finger is individually posable, nothing at the thumb. You get rotation at the hips, and then or at the waist. You get forward and back at the hips, you get all the way out. Thigh swivel, over 90 at the knee, and you get full ankle tilt. So, yeah. Articulation is exactly the same. No real changes at all there. So, I guess from that, we'll go ahead and get into the transformation. So, go ahead and open up the forearm, close the fists up like that, fold that in, close that up. Rotate at the bicep, bring this all forward like that, rotate that, rotate the bicep, bring that up. We actually kind of want it like this on both sides. We're going to bring the arms out fully, just like that. Bring this section down like that. Untab this up here. Bring these down. And you can see another change done there, but we'll get into that soon enough. Actually, before we close that up, I want to bring these side panels out. There we go. Bring that out and down. I guess don't unfold this all yet. I want to bring these side pieces up. Just like that. Rotate the whole upper torso. Take the head. Bring these antennae forward. Down and in. Close this up. Oh, the head popped out the ball joint. There we go. Just like that. Flip the grill section up. This is a little bit difficult, so I'll just come around like that. Bring it up here. Fold that up if you can get the head all the way in. There we go. So just like that. Bring these sections forward. Fill in that back piece, just like that. Bring that around to there. Bring these arms back. Okay, now we bring this whole section out. Bring it down. Unfold the grill. Bring it out fully, just like that. Bring these side panels down to fill in the side. You got these two tabs here that will go into these two slots on the forearm. You got this tab here that'll go into that slot on the back brace. Just make sure it all tabs in. There we go. So again, bring that in. Tab that first, then the forearm. There we go. So bring the legs back, the hips like that. Get them out of the way. It allows you to fold this section up against here. Close up the grill. Open up these sections here. Fold that up to form the door and side panel of the truck. Take this section here, fold it down, and tab it between the two front wheels. There we go. Actually, we don't want that folded all the way down yet. Bring these panels up. Those will tab into the thighs. Fold this around, just like that. Bring out these sections here to form the tab and slot needed for connecting the truck parts together. Close up the feet. Same thing here. Bring out this side on the tab. There we go. Bring this up and around. Close that up. Tab these together. Close this section back up. There we go. Bring that down, rotate that. I'll just tab in right there. Down, around, up. Tab it in. Rotate out these rear wheels. And there we have the MD-005A Shattered Glass Optimus in truck mode. And now you can see how he looks next to Optimus, or I guess the official Hasbro release. And yeah, there's some things that this does better than this. Like, this is a smoother transformation, except for the paint here on one of these panels here. It's starting to like stick to the plastic, so each time it gets more and more difficult to take out of there. But there are a few added bonuses that this fills in, or does, like such as filling in all this empty space here in the back of the truck. So now you get a more cohesive bed. And one last little accessory that this thing comes with is this little, I believe, refrigeration unit or AC unit that just plugs right into the back here. Now it's all just friction. There's no actual peg or anything like that, but it does fill in that big empty gap. He does have rubberized tires, but I believe the hubcaps are differently molded as well. So yeah, these are newly molded pieces along with the rubber to get that rubberized grip. I mean, this kind of rolls better without the rubber. It's about the same. So yeah, I really dig this color scheme. So much better looking than, much better he is than the Hasbro release of Shattered Glass Prime, which, yeah, my copy is a little weird, a little jank, because it just, none of the wheels want to stay on the ground and roll. And it's got those stupid clip-on wheels that, especially the middle ones, don't want to roll at all. Some of the tolerances on this thing are just awful. But yeah, speaking of tolerances, this one has a lot tighter tolerances than this one. You might have seen me struggle more with this, getting it to vehicle mode. So yeah, just a few things that are better, a few things that are about the same, if not worse. So it's kind of a toss-up of what you prefer, but I do really like this as a Shattered Glass Prime. This, of course, is going to be my primary Studio Series Prime. I do have the Skybound one on pre-order, but yeah, if I get any other of these, it's probably not going to be the G1. It'll probably just be Nemesis and the Magnus Free paints. So I don't know. So let's go ahead and get this guy back into robot mode. Just start by folding in the wheels, just like that. Tab these, bring them out and around. And that, of course, fits in a lot smoother than the Hasbro one. Like, that's one of the main things that's a lot better. Fold those back, tab that in. Fold out the feet. Untab the legs, fold in the tab and slot. Fold the shin panel around, tab that in. There we go. Untab this piece, fold that down, fold down the arm, or these door panels. Fold that one in on itself, same with that one. Bring this whole thing down, bring out the grill, fold it up on itself. This is another thing that's too tight on this copy compared to the Hasbro. There you go. Flatten that out, bring these up, just like that. Bring the hips down, and that piece will come out as well. Completely forgot it was in there. Untab the arms from the side, bring that whole assembly out. There we go. Fold that down, fold these panels up, rotate the lower body around. These panels will move out of the way. That, bring this section down, tab that in, rotate the upper body around, fold this panel up on the double hinge, bring the head up, bring this little backpack section, close these panels here, bring this down on the lower panel. There we go. That will tab into there. And then this long tab right here will go into the torso. And these panels here fold down. And these fold forward, completing the upper torso. Fold that in, bring that down. Put up the forearm, flip out the fist. Rotate that, and the forearm. collapse. That up, rotate that forward, forward, down, open, and there we go. And then take this little piece here, fold it up against his back, and there we have Shattered Glass Prime back in robot mode. So getting into final thoughts, I want to start this off with saying, you know, my perspective on knockoffs is if you do not have the original, please get the original release before ever considering getting the knockoff. It helps support Hasbro themselves rather than getting a stolen product just full. I know I did that, but at least I have the original use of it. So I paid my money for the original use before getting what's technically stolen design. Now, it can't really be sold by most stores here in the US. I don't know. But, you know, since it doesn't have the Autobot symbol and since it's not being called Optimus Prime, I think that's the gray area where it falls into more third party rather than just straight up knockoff. Even though it is 99% the original figure. It's a weird gray area, but I would still say get the official Hasbro Takara release before, you know, getting this. And this isn't even, you know, just Optimus Prime. This is a Shattered Glass, which probably isn't going to happen anytime soon for this design. Especially not in such beautiful color scheme. So if they do, you know, I'll pick up the official. I mean, that's all there is to it. I'll still get the official release. This is more just to have. It's a nice looking deco. Beautiful deco compared to what we had previously. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think about it down below. I really like this color scheme. So much better than even the other knockoff Shattered Glass Prime that we've seen. So, be sure to check out the links down below. I'll have a link for in my channel. You'll see the link for a playlist for Studio Series as well as Age of the Primes. And we've got Axelon news. At the time of this video, this coming Saturday, we'll take a look at the Brazil CybertronCon news. I believe, you know, maybe at the time that this video comes out, Onslaught and Sideways have been up for pre-order. Again, that's just purely speculation on a couple of leakers. So, don't know yet. At the time that I'm recording this, it is still Monday. So, yeah. Take that for what you will. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out those links and see you guys in the next video. So long. Take care.